Hello and welcome back to Chubby Pug Yarn Podcast. My name is Emma and I'm your host. If you're new to this podcast, welcome and welcome back to all of you who have watched me before. I'm very pleased to see that there are people watching my podcast and enjoying it. Today both the dogs are here. We have been out on a walk in the cold. And I decided to record in my sofa. The lighting isn't as good here, but the problem is the guest room is next to where I do the laundry, so the machine is quite noisy, so I will record here instead. So I hope the lighting isn't too bad at least. I have had a really busy week, both with work and with knitting, so it has been nice though, not stressful, much to do, but nice. I hope the dogs doesn't sound too much, but anyway, I shall go on to my knitting. I think I actually have a finished object this week, which I haven't posted it on Instagram yet. But I finished the Norby hat by Gudrun Johnston in Gynx yarns, Glitz sock base, Goth girl is the colorway. So I don't think it's shown quite well here, but it's sparkly. And it has two tassels. And it's really cute. It matches really well with the big shawl that I use almost every day. And it covers my ears really well. So that's often the problem, because I have quite a big head. Almost all hats I try, they like get up and then my ears get cold. And I'm actually quite a warm person. You easily get very warm, so it's when I'm out and want a hat, it's mostly for my ears actually. Yeah, but I think it's cute. You have little small tassels on it, so I'm really pleased with the hat. I knitted it on 3mm needles, so it has been my work knitting for 2 weeks or so. I did the tassels at home where I could read the instructions and so, but I knitted the hat on my lunch breaks. So it's fun to feel that you're being... Oh, sorry, he sneezes. It's really fun to have something to knit at work. Sorry, they are really cuddly. But yeah, I have like 30 minutes lunch, and often I eat in like 15 minutes or maybe 20 if I'm taking a long lunch. And then instead of just sitting by the computer waiting for the time to the shift to start, I prefer to stay in the lunchroom and knit a little bit. In the summer, I usually sit on the backside of our workplace, by the backside outside, to knit. And even if it's just a few rows every lunch, it turns out to be quite much in the end. So that's really nice. I also have a half-finished object. I showed you last time. I was knitting on a pair of vanilla socks. And my first sock is done. So it's a vanilla sock with an afterthought heel. I did it's my first afterthought heel, so I just did it according to pattern. But I will probably try out different heels to see which one suits me best. I really like the fact that when I knit from the toe, I can knit it to the width that I need. My feet are a little bit bigger, so I often have problem with the socks being too skinny for me. But this one fits really well. I haven't woven in the end yet, but as soon as I ended the first, I casted on the second one. So this is how far I have gotten on the second one. So I'm needing to knit like 2 repetitions more before the heel up here. I don't do so long shafts, or shafts, I don't know, the leg parts isn't that so long on for my socks, because I don't like when they go up like too high up and like being strained on the calf. So I need it just until the calf muscle is starting to show. I had some problem finding a bind off that I liked. I tried several of them. I didn't want one who made like the edge floppy, but I think this one ended up really nice. I don't remember who did it. I found it on a blog, but I promise I will tell you more about it when I have knit the second one. I can write it as a memory for myself. Oh, sorry, doggy. You need to go down from the sofa? You want help? No. Yeah, so I will remember to tell you which bind off I used. I noted it in my Ravelry, so if you're curious, you can check it there. But I will tell you in the podcast when I have finished my socks. So they, or the second one is my current work knitting. And I really like the colors where you have like the solid ones, and then you have the speckle rows, which have 3 different. So the one with a little bit more yellow, and one with a little bit more pink, and one with like purplish color. So these are my Franken Zombody sock, named after the colorway of the yarn. Yeah, so that's one like hoe or work in progress, depending on how you see it. Oops. Now my dog tries to make some space for him to sleep. Here you have your blanket. The work in progress that feels like it's never ending is the Lobster. I said last week that I was almost done. Let's see, I put on a marker where I last showed you. So here is where I last showed you, and I have been knitting quite much. Maybe it's easier if I do like this. Yeah, so that's where I showed you last time, and this is how much I have been knitting. So now I need like 5 centimeters, almost 2 inches maybe, including the ribbing, then the body is done. So I have lengthened it as I told you last time. It's going to end like mid-thigh when I'm done. Then I'm planning to cut it open, do the bottom band and arms. So it's closing in at least. I have been starting to watch on Netflix the series Elementary. Or do you say Elementary? I'm not sure. The Sherlock Holmes series. So then this one works out well as a knitting company. Just knit. So hopefully I won't be talking about the sweater so many episodes more I hope, but you never know. And now the dog has fallen asleep. I hope he's not snoring too loud. Yeah, I have also decided to take some UFOs or works in progress that have been laying around for some time and trying to finish up things. So, in my basket, which I have recently bought, I have my Grannysquare blanket, which is quite huge. This is like half of it. I have really been inspired by some friends on Instagram to start a scrap blanket with Grannysquares, but I feel that I need to at least try to not start it until I have done this one complete. I have caked up one of these multicolored, and I have one which is brown, and then I have one skein more of the brown and the multicolored. So the multicolored is two kinds of brown, two shades of brown I should say, green and yellow. So it's Abuelita Merino worsted. There's the label. It's hard to say. Yeah. So I have used, I think, 7 skeins already, and these two will be the 8th skeins. But then it will need to be finished. I started this. I bought the yarn when I went my first trip to Norway for like the work interview before I started the work that I'm working at the moment, and I have been working there since August 2013. So this yarn I bought in May, and I think I started quite early, so it has almost been a work in progress for 2 years. But it's not that it's not that slow of a crochet, because I'm crocheting it on a 5mm needle hook. Sorry, not needle, hook. 5mm. I'm not sure if it mentions age. So it's not that it's not a slow crochet, but I have crocheted some and then I get bored and do something else. So now I have this beside my bed, this whole basket, and I try to crochet a little bit every night. So hopefully I will be finished with this before it has its 2 years anniversary as a work in progress, but we'll see. And I talked last time about words, about prioritizing myself and trying new things. So I did that right away. I went to down to the town and bought some fabrics, and now I have started my first sewing project. Not first sewing project, but first quilt. I have made some so I have been sewing some stuff before with different success, I could say. My grandmother is really good at sewing, so I have when I have been at her place, she have been like helping me sewing stuff, maybe I can show you some of the nicest things I have made with her. But this will be my first quilt that I will do totally on my own. So I found a free description, and I have made my first square for a blanket. So it's 100% cotton, and you have stars and triangles. I have some different kinds of fabrics. So this morning I was listening to podcasts and cut up some more fabrics, so maybe I will have time to sew some more. It's really fun so far. I have made 1.5 of these, so we'll see how long I will be able to keep going or if I get tired of it. But as it is for now, I think it's really nice and fun to do something else. And actually it's quite good because when I knit and crochet a lot, I get pain in my fingers. So the sewing is like a different motion. So I think it works out quite well. So I can alternate spinning, sewing, crochet. I really want to try cross stitch as well, but I think I have enough projects as it is, so we'll see. Yeah, let's see, I easily forget stuff. Yeah, spinning. I have been inspired by the hashtag spin 15 in 15, which means that you should spin for 15 minutes a day, every day in 2015. I don't feel like I could accomplish it every day, but I'm taking it as an inspiration. So usually, like every work day, since my boyfriend is at home in like Monday to Friday, he usually cooks dinner. So then I have decided that I shall sit down and spin for a little while. So I usually get like 20 to 30 minutes of spinning, and I feel like it's already improving my spinning skills. I'm still really new spinning, but I see a difference in like consistency on the first single, the alpaca that I showed you last episode. I see a difference because it's quite thick and thin, and the new one that I'm working on, I will insert a picture because my spinning wheel is too big to carry on to my setting here. But I feel like the consistency is a lot better on the second single. So I'm really looking forward to try some other fiber. I have quite a lot of it, so I'm looking forward to try new ones. But then I need time to knit up some handspun also. The most of the fibers I have is like 100 grams, so it doesn't end up as not too big skeins. So I need to find like small projects that I can just try, because I have actually never knitted with handspun before. So even though my handspun, the first skein I've made, isn't perfect, I feel like I really would like to try it, or at least the second one, the alpaca, that I'm working at the moment. So we'll see. Yeah, so I usually talk. Oh, my phone. I usually talk about knitted garments, but I haven't been using any new knitted garments except the Norby hat, but I have already talked about it, so it feels like it will be too much of a repetition to talk about it again. But the Norby hat is the the new thing that I use all the time. Every time I'm going out for a walk with the dogs, several times a day. I can use it to keep warm, and since it's really freezing outside, it's a good thing. So, but then knitting desires will in this episode be more of a crochet desire. This is since I took my Grannysquare blanket, took it out from the UFO pile and decided to finish it. I really got inspired with the crochet stuff. So I actually have a UFO that is my crochet desire for the week. And it's not the blanket, but it is a puff, the magic stegosaurus. I will insert a picture of it. It's a dinosaur that you crochet in African flowers. It's by Heidi Bears, if you haven't heard of her before. She makes these amazing animals with African flowers. I brought my first pattern that I made from her to show you. So this is Hippopotamus, and I go for the crazy multicolored version. I see that many choose like 4 colors, so they are 3 colors for the flowers and then 1 border, and then alternate the flowers. But I did go wild and crazy. So they are quite big, and I have actually crocheted almost all the flowers needed. Frank, he gets jealous when I'm talking to you and not to him. But yeah, I have crocheted almost all that is needed for Puff, the Stegosaurus. I think it's like 80 or something, maybe, or 60. I'm not sure. But it have been laying in a little pipe of flowers, and I haven't finished the small flowers that is left, or starting to sew in together yet. So my desire is that pattern because the pattern is gorgeous, and I really want my Hippopotamus to have a company of a Stegosaurus, because who doesn't like dinosaurs? I know, right? So yeah, for those who is curious, I have crocheted my Hippopotamus with a Swedish yarn from Svarta Fåret called Tilda. I think I crocheted it with 2.5mm needle hook. Still hooks when you crochet. 2.5mm crochet hook. So we'll see. Maybe Puff will be a finished object in some weeks. It's quite much work, so I probably won't finish it in a week, but maybe in 2. We will see. So then I guess it's only the personal stuff left. This will probably be a little bit more shorter episode. I feel it's nicer to have like shorter episodes regularly every week than have like longer episodes every other week. But if you prefer me to talk longer, more with like 2 weeks apart, you're happy to tell me, because whatever suits you, I will do. I really enjoy podcasting and talking with you, no matter if I haven't done much or just a little. But yeah, I promised you last week when I told about the knitting cinema that I will give a review this time. So the reason why I got so much knitting done on Rock the Lobster sweater or cardigan is because I brought it to the knitting cinema. So last Wednesday I went. They showed a Norwegian movie called Staying Alive. It was a comedy about a woman who had to deal with her husband's infidelity and their separation. It sounds like a quite sad movie, but it was like tragicomic, to say so. There were so much moments of like awkwardness that turned out really funny, so there were a lot of laughs throughout the movie. It wasn't too complicated, so you didn't miss like stuff happening while you were knitting. So it was like a perfect movie, quite light and not so much thinking and analyzing. They actually filled the whole room. They had like 70 spots, and they all were booked, and there were people coming without tickets who wanted to buy tickets at the cinema. But they weren't room for them, so they had to say sorry, but we are out of spaces. We're out of, it's outsold, so sorry. So I talked a little bit with two of the girls who had this initiative to make this, and they were really pleased and think that for the next time, which is in February, they will have tried to get like a bigger room. I think it's like 120 seats in that one. It was fun to go to the cinema. I haven't done it in a lot of time. I really hope the dog snoring isn't too loud, because I have one on each side snoring like crazy. Yeah, but anyway, I haven't been to the cinema for a really long time. Since we got, when I moved here, I didn't feel like going by myself. And then we got Frank, and when he was a puppy, we couldn't leave him alone for so long time. And I really don't know anyone that well, so they could like watch my dog. So I haven't been to the cinema for like 2 years or something. But I have been watching movies at home instead. But anyway, I really enjoyed going to the cinema. I didn't know anyone of all the people there, but we had, after the movie, we went to a local cafe who had special opening for us. There comes a little pugabot. Yeah, but we went to a local cafe and had some tea or coffee and knitted for a few hours. It was really, really nice. And I got to talk with some nice people and learn to know some people's there, and hopefully I will see them next time in February, when it's going to be another movie. I'm not sure which movie yet, but I will be there with my knitting, because I really enjoy both movie and knitting, so it's a perfect match for me. So yeah, I have actually been doing something else that is a little bit knitting related. I have started reading books again. I haven't been reading books in a really long time. Since when I was studying, I was reading and reading and reading from the minute I woke up in the morning until the minute I fell asleep in the night, because of all the tests and stuff. So I really lost the liking, the energy to read, and I have always since I learned to read, I have always been having a book in my hand, except for like showering, but eating breakfast with a book, watching TV with a book, doing everything with a book, always reading. And now, last year I got a book so not this Christmas, but the Christmas before, I got some knitting books or knitting related stories. So now I am reading While My Pretty One Knits. So it's about a little knitting shop and about the owner of the knitting shop and her friends, which accidentally ends up in like murder type of crimes. There's a lot of books, so I got this one and Silence of the Llamas. So I'm planning to read that one next. I have read almost a third, I would say. I have a really cute bookmark, I must show it also. My mother had made to me. I think it's really cute. So, I really like the book. It's quite light, but it's interesting. I really enjoy like the combination of knitting nights, gossip things, but focus on like solving murders at the same time. So I think it's quite fun, and I'm planning to read this one and the other one and maybe get some more of them. But if you haven't tried them, maybe you should. So they are in a series. I think the series is called A Black Sheep Knitting Mystery. So yeah, it's really nice. And last time I forgot to show you something I got for Christmas that was spinning related. Turns out that one of my aunts have gotten Angora Rabbit. So I got a big bag of fur. It's white and gray. So she gave me like a big bag with this luscious fur. It's so pretty, gray and white. The problem is I'm not really sure how to handle Angora fur. It's really soft. It's no dirt or things in it. So I don't know if I'm supposed to like comb it or what I'm supposed to do before, like for preparation. Sorry for bag noise. So maybe if some of my listeners, hopefully maybe there is someone who knows what I'm supposed to do before I try to spin it. It would be really exciting to try it at least, since I got it for free. But I don't want to like ruin the fur or something, so I don't want to do anything that is wrong. So hopefully someone can tell me like in the Ravelry group or on YouTube. I will also try to search for information, but it's nice to know if there is someone I can like ask about it. So please tell me if you have tried it yourself or know what to do about it. So the last thing, I have been talking quite some time about trying to get my podcast to iTunes. I have had a little bit of problems with it, with the RSS feed and stuff. So I will try to make it work. I have been sitting a lot of time every night trying to make it work, but I haven't been successful. I have asked my friends on Facebook if anyone knows how to do it, but I can't seem to make it work as I wanted to. I had a vague plan that I could make an RSS feed for the YouTube channel and then like use it to import to iTunes, but I haven't succeeded. So maybe someone knows what I should do. If you do, please tell me. Otherwise, I will keep on trying until I get it there, because I think that quite a lot of people use like iTunes to get podcasts to their iPads and phones and stuff. So I really want to at least give it a good try. But you will always find the episodes on YouTube, and I will link it to the Ravelry group. So, except for the Ravelry group, you can find me as Chubby Pug Yarn on Ravelry and as Distortion on Instagram. Some people have been tagging me, and I'm really glad for it. Some people have. I was really glad when I checked my Instagram some days ago. I don't know which day, but I checked it in the morning and I had some new followers. It made me really glad. And then it turned out that Knitting with You, Frida, had recommended me to her friends, and then Emilia and Disa have been encouraging me a lot. So thank you so much, and thanks to everyone who is watching. Even if you don't want to comment or don't want to tag me, I really enjoy to see the statistics on YouTube that I see that people are watching my podcast. So give me a thumbs up or give a comment. I really enjoy it. And if you know anything about Angora Rabbits or how to get an RSS feed to iTunes, you can tell me that. I think I don't have anything more to talk about today, so it will be a little bit shorter today, probably. I haven't checked the time, I'm just talking endlessly. But I hope that you all will have a really nice knitting week. I hope that I will have some nice knitting to show you next week. So keep warm out in the winter coldness, and hopefully I will see you next week. Take care. Bye.